there, my name is Maya, and today we are going to learn how to do a really fun Earth Day art project. We're going to color, we're going to cut, and we're going to glue to create this beautiful planet Earth. Are we ready to start? So here we are, ready to start. I'm seated here at a table. I've got my coloring crayons ready. If ever I'm going too fast, feel free to press pause and start up the video when you're ready to continue. So for this project, you're going to need a white piece of paper, a black piece of construction paper, a glue stick, a pair of scissors, a black marker for your contour lines, your pencil crayons, and a plate or anything round that will make a nice circle on your white paper. You want a large enough circle that will take up most of the top of the white paper. So let's get started. So I'm going to make my circle at the top of my paper. I'm going to leave all this white paper here so I can eventually cut out some little details to add to my background. So I'm just going to take my black marker and make a circle around my plate. So I'm holding the plate really, really well. There we go. I'm going to put my plate aside. And now I'm going to draw my landscape here. So I've got all the elements that you find on our planet. I've got the sky, I've got some mountains, some trees. Here I've added some flowers, and these are flowers that you find in Ontario. I live in Ontario, so these are trilliums right here, but feel free to add whatever flowers you want. Here I've got some sand, water, and I've added a few little animals. So the first thing we're going to do is draw a line kind of in the middle here. It doesn't need to be completely straight. And I'm going to add another little line here. We're going to add a little bit of pop of color in there. And here I'm going to add my trilliums. So I'm not going to make them too big. So trilliums, actually I have a drawing here of a trillium. So it's got 3 pointed white petals and 3 green leaves and a stem. But again, if you want to draw tulips or roses or anything really that you find in our natural world, go ahead. So I'm going to go all along and draw whatever flowers I've chosen to draw with the petals and the leaves. And you can add as many details as you want. You can draw the petals in a different direction. The fun thing about this project is that you can really draw your landscape however you want. Think about what you find on our planet. So here I've drawn all my flowers. Next I'm going to draw kind of a little hilly mound here. I'm going to be able to add a few plants, some trees. So I'm just going to make some little blob shapes. So the trees are actually quite far away, so you can't really see all the details. And then here I'm going to add some mountains, and you can make them as pointy as you want. Mine are not going to be too pointy. This one's going to be cut off. And then I'm going to add a sunrise just like that. Now I'm gonna draw the lower half of my planet here. And here I'm gonna add some sand, and I'm gonna add 2 layers of water. And you can draw your waves however you want. You can draw them more traditional, just like that. And maybe the other one, you can draw more spirally. Have fun with this. Now I'm going to add my animals, a few more details. I'm gonna add a few trees here, pine trees. And now I'm going to add my animals. So think about what type of animals you find in the water or on the sand on the beach. You can even add some animals in the grass too, maybe a cow. So here I've got a turtle, a sea turtle. I've got a dolphin. You can add a dolphin that's jumping in the waves. On the beach you can add a crab. And in the water you can add a little fish. So these obviously are too big to draw, but just to give you guys some ideas, I'm going to add a crab here. You can add a shark, maybe an octopus. There you go. I'll add a seashell on the beach. Here I'm going to add a sea turtle. We want to celebrate all the animals that live on our planet. And maybe I'm going to add a few little fish here. And now what I like to do when I draw or paint, I like to just stop, take a look, and decide if I need to add any other details. So go ahead, add whatever, maybe patterns you want. Maybe you want to add a little cloud in the sky, another couple trees. Once you've done that, you can color. Now, from far away, you've probably seen images of planet Earth. So the majority of the colors you see, it's mostly blue and green. So I'm going to add a lot of green on my grass. The water is going to be blue, the sky is going to be blue, but everything else is going to be colors that I like. You can make your mountains colorful, and the fun thing is you can go over this line here because we're going to cut this out in a little bit. So go ahead and mix up your colors if you want. And all my blues, for example, I'm using different shades of blue. Here it's going to be a little bit more turquoise, my water. Makes it more interesting. So far I've colored my fish, I'm coloring my water, then I just have a little bit of these details to finish up. So if your hand gets tired, just shake it out. Shake it out. Now this is a really, really nice project because you can add whatever you want. You can add big fish, you can add little fish, you can even add a sandcastle on your beach here. You can add seaweed. And it's lots of coloring, but you're also coloring what you just drew yourself. Here I'm going to add a little bit of red on my crab. And it's fun to do this project a number of times, making it different with different animals, different flowers, different colors. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it out. I finished coloring it. So this paper here, I'm just going to put it aside, but I will try to use as most of it that I can. Here on the back of my planet, I'm going to add some glue. Make sure I add quite a bit. Flip it over. And I'm going to make sure it's well glued on. Now I'm going to use my little bit of paper here to add some fun little details. I can cut out some stars, a moon, maybe a planet. So go ahead with your black marker. I'm going to draw the contour lines of whatever you want. Maybe a couple more stars. Now there's lots of things that are in space, but I'm going to try to keep it all natural things. And now I'm going to color before really cutting out all of them. That way I can just go right over my lines since I'm going to be cutting them out. Sometimes you want to try to stay in the lines, and sometimes it really doesn't matter. And sometimes it's fun just to not stay in the lines. And here I'm going going to make a blue planet. And I'm going to cut them out. So now I'm going to glue all my stars. And you can put them wherever you want. And with any of our projects, you can leave stuff out. If it's too hard to cut out the stars, maybe just draw a moon. And it doesn't have to be a pointy moon, it can be the round kind. Put my little planet here. And now with my leftover piece of chalk, I found this little piece of chalk. So now I've added lots of stars to my background. You can make little shooting stars if you want, meteorites, whatever. And we are done. Here is our planet Earth. And here we are all done. I hope you had fun. I did too. And please share your artworks on social media with us. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.